Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Davo from Esports, bringing you a Starcraft 2 1v1 cast today. This time from the Gold League. This time from somebody from Cast It, the subreddit, all about casting games and all about that good stuff, which is Starcraft 2. Yes. This time in the bottom right-hand corner today, we have Mr. VDJustin, who I believe is the uploader of this video today, so big thank you to him. Hats off and all of that good stuff. In the top left-hand corner today, we have Diesl, or DSL, but I will be referring to him as Diesel, if that's okay, because it's nearly the correct spelling of it. So there we go. That is what we would be doing. The map today is Bam Shakuras Plateau. I don't know what these guys are talking about, but let's keep it above the belt here, sirs. Shakuras Plateau, very, very nice map indeed. It's a very nice map for Protoss, actually, in my opinion. Many people do not, oh, there's a bit of lag there. Funny how I stopped talking and there was lag. Hilarious. Many people don't share the whole the same opinion that this map is good for Protoss, but I think it is. And, of course, in the middle here we do have these watchtowers. Lovely. Yeah, and the destructible rocks, which leads to a base down here, and, of course, mirrored up the top as well here. Very, very important bases. And, actually, bases that you never really see getting taken unless the game goes seriously, seriously long. And that is just probably down to their geographical location. Yes, so yes, because this map, of course, originally had ramps here with destructible rocks, so you could easily get into here from your base, but Blizzard found that it kind of made the distance to attack way too short. See, I mean, look at that distance. There's nothing in it. Just a quick little bit of information here for Justin, because I see that he has scouted in the top right-hand corner. Your opponent cannot actually spawn there. If you spawn in the right-hand side, your opponent has to be on the left in Shakuras Plateau, and if you spawn in the left, your opponent has to be on the right. And it's actually a fairly common mistake that people make, as you can see, unless this is the version of the map where that doesn't happen. But you know what? I don't think it is, because, as I said earlier, the rocks are not here. This is a custom game, so it's not necessarily the ladder version, the ladder edition, but I believe it is at the moment the ladder edition of the map, and you cannot actually spawn in the locations that have been scouted, unfortunately. There for Justin and Diesel, a tiny bit of scouted time, a tiny bit of time wasted there. There you are. I got there in the end. And of course we do have Justin expanding with the bunker on top of the ramp, which of course is nigh on impenetrable for many Protoss to get past, but it doesn't look like our probe is going to get in here and see exactly what is going down, see how many gas are down. Of course there is none, because this is a fast expand. Excellent. Justin's Marine chasing the probe down here. Is the probe going to be able to make a great escape, or will he make his big, great mistake? Does actually look like the probe is just going to sit over here nice and happy. Oh, Justin leaving the probe, doesn't know it's there, and if Diesel puts down a pylon, that could mean really, really bad things for Justin later on in the game, but we'll just have to see what happens, what goes on. If I'm not wrong, no, I would be wrong if I said that. I was going to go and say that Diesel was doing Seisei's aggressive 2-gate expand build, which is where you get your Nexus around about the 6-minute mark. And it means you get your Cyber Nexus core pretty late and stuff like that. If you're interested, go and have a look at it on Liquipedia, of course. And oh, the pylon finishing up there in Justin's base. Unfortunately, Justin didn't quite get the probe and neglected to just finish it off, so there is a pylon there, and of course that puts these guys here in imminent danger. One thing that many Protoss do like to do is warp in a sentry, force field the ramp, and let the Zealots go to town. That could be very, very dangerous for Terran players to take care of indeed. Tech Lab going down on the barracks to get those all-important tech upgrades. Let me just get the production bar up there so we can see exactly what is on the way and when in true casting style. Meanwhile, of course, Chrono Boost going down on the Warp Gate research. Fairly nice scan there from Justin. I'm pretty sure that he sees pretty much everything that is going on, which he does. But still, that doesn't give him any clues to see whether or not Diesel has expanded yet. And of course, he is just expanding right now. Of course, Stim on the way. as I have previously said. There we are. Excellent. And of course the pylon following the Nexus, which is very customary indeed. And this pylon here is going to cause big problems for Justin, and he still can't see it just yet with the vision that he has. Looks like he's going to get his factory and start working his way up to the starport. We also have a pylon building over here as well. So that begs the question, are we going to see some hidden tech? Perhaps a Twilight Council going into Dark Shrine? Maybe. Stargate? Perhaps. We will just have to see. That is all. We can do no more. Aha. Meanwhile, Diesl actually has a lot of zealots. Like a lot of zealots. Now, zealots aren't actually the preferable unit versus Terran, because of course Terran have so many ranged units. And well, quite frankly, zealots can be kited until the cows come home. Meanwhile, we do have a Twilight Council being dropped, so maybe we are going to see a Dark Shrine here in the left-hand corner. Interesting, but it is kind of a one-trick pony, especially against Terran, because Terrans do have the scan ability, which of course comes from the Orbital Command, which essentially negates how useful Dark Templars are. This pylon still not being seen by Justin just now, so I mean, it's still anybody's game. This pylon, I'm just beginning to wonder when it's going to be utilised. The probe's still hidden in there as well. So if the pylon goes down, it's no great shakes. The pylon is so close to getting revealed, though. So close indeed. Another scan going down there from Justin, seeing if his opponent has expanded. Of course he has. The transfer just coming right now from Diesl. Going and transferring his probes onto the natural right there. And there we go, the robotics facility just finishing up. I am beginning to wonder if we're going to see a Dark Shrine there. Lots and lots and lots of pylons there from Diesl. In fact, he has almost twice as much supply that he is currently needing, as it were. So it'll be quite interesting to see what comes out of this base. He's only got 6 warp gates. 6 warp gates, including the 2 I've just built. So, of course, many Protoss do feel like the race gets dangerous around the 15-minute mark, because that's the time where one of the times where a dual kind of funded economy like this can take off very, very quickly indeed. So if they're fairly certain they're going to be undisturbed, they do just build up all at once like this once their economy is sorted out. And of course, here is our hidden tech. It is a Templar Archives, not a Dark Shrine, nearly, but no cigar. And there we go. It does actually look like that pylon has been found. Or has it? Yes, the pylon has been found, and there is a zealot drop. What? It's not actually a zealot drop. These zealots have been morphed in by that pylon, and they actually get away with killing a lot of SCVs. The SCVs are holding position right there, which I haven't actually seen before. Someone holding position against zealots like that. Oh, there we go, and back onto the mineral line they go. Meanwhile, more zealots are getting warped in right now, and they're in the base looking to do a little bit of trouble, and it looks like they're actually stuck right there, not going to be able to get out. This is an ideal choke for the Marines, who are actually just going to go and finish off the pylon straight away, and it does look like these zealots are just going to get, well, they're going to get some kills, but they're going to get largely just finished off right now, and that pylon is sadly no more. The probe, however, lives to fight another day for now. Meanwhile, there is a drop from Justin up here in the base of Diesl. Oh, goodness me, there we are. And that does definitely look like, well, it's going to take out the assimilator at least. And it does look like Justin is going to be repaying the favour to Diesl of... Oh, feedback's going down the medvacs and they nearly die. But Justin just managing to get away with just enough HP on the medvacs to keep them a-flying. Whoa, wrong button, Dave. That's okay, we'll keep it like that for a little while, because this clutters up the screen too much anyway. If we look at the workers killed tab right now, we can clearly see that Diesl has killed 7 more workers than his opponent has. And of course, really, Diesel's attack was pretty effective, but the problem with zealots and attacking like that is that basically, zealots are not the cheapest unit on Earth, and for what they do, they aren't very cheap at all. I mean, the attack from Diesl was good. I'm not sure if the second warping of zealots was the greatest decision on Earth, but you know what? That is fine. And it looks here, okay, this is what I think Justin might be doing here. He might be going in the front, having a poke, getting Diesl to move some of his forces away from the back, which they actually already have, so the medvacs don't get insta-gived as soon as they come here, which is something that could definitely happen. But here we go, we do have a big attack coming in right here, and Justin needs to be quite careful right there, because of course we have High Templars on the field. Psystorm is about to finish, but I mean, that's quite a lot of Zealots. Zealots do, however, just completely melt against Terran Bio. Oh, High Templars getting murdered straight away there. Unfortunately, the Psystorm not quite finished for Diesl. It does actually look like those medvacs went for a drop and failed and probably died, unfortunately for them. But it does just look like Justin is going to be pushing up the ramp right now. Diesl is going to have to do something here. But I mean, that is a reasonable amount of Zealots. I don't think it's going to be enough, especially seeing as the medvacs can heal those Marines almost indefinitely. Because medvacs do regenerate their energy at quite a large rate. Not a bad rate at all. And pulling Protoss is always a risky thing to do versus Terran, because of course the Terran army is so effective. And Justin just taking advantage of how effective and efficient the Terran army is, just quite simply by proving how far his units can go. And are we going to see a kind of an elevator drop here from Justin? It doesn't look like we are. He might want to move those guys back, but no, he's not going to do that just now. And it looks like quite a lot of the Terran army is going to get away. That medvac almost eating shit, but not quite. She gets away alive. Meanwhile, Justin has expanded. Of course, the good ethos of once ahead, get further ahead. That's absolutely fine. It applies in Starcraft 2. Perhaps better than in any other game ever. Diesl needs to get some High Templars right now. Diesl has a lot of gas, not so much minerals. That's perfect conditions for buying High Templars. He can morph them straight into Archons, and of course Archons are brutal versus Terran forces. They are absolutely brutal. Archons having the strongest shield in the game with the Psionic Shield. That armor is the strongest kind of armor in the game, so that is something that is definitely worth looking at. Right there. Meanwhile, 1 weapons and 1 armor on the way for Justin as well. Diesl looking like he might be in trouble. Are these guys going to become Archons? Oh no, there's a lot of Marines right here. These High Templars don't have enough energy for Psystorm, and yes, they are going to become Archons straight away, and these Marines do want to be kind of panicked, because I mean, well, it took them a while to take that Archon down at all, but 1 Archon versus all these Marines, I don't know. Oh, Marines, the most unsuspectingly broken unit in the game. But I mean, you know, these things do happen. Medvacs as well. Terran does, well, needs a unit like the Marine, because, I mean, Terran does kind of lack good tier 3 units. The Thor, well, quite frankly, let's put it this way, it's not as good as Colossus or Broodlords, is it? And the Battle Cruiser, well, we all have our own opinions about the Battle Cruiser. But then again, you know, Ultralisks and Broodlords are probably the better tier 3 units in the game. So there we are. That little bit of a ramble just there from me. Sorry about that. Oh dear. 3 weapons, 3 armor on the way for Justin right now. Is he going to be putting down another expansion pretty soon? I think he should do, because he's monstrously far ahead at this point in time after how much damage he does. Splitting up his Marines like that, that's a fairly good idea actually against charge lots, because it means they have to run a certain distance to get to their next target. Even with charge, that can be annoying for Zealots to keep up with. Meanwhile, these guys here and here in drops have been ready to go half the game already. I'm not sure if Justin has forgotten about them, but they are not doing very much at all. And this High Templar still doesn't have enough energy for the game-changing Psystorm that needs to go down on top of that Terran army right now. And it looks like Justin is getting ready to push up his opponent's ramp. He's definitely got this one in the bag, like without a shadow of a doubt. Meanwhile, this Medvac does actually look like he's going to come in and do some shenanigans right now as well. Of course, Justin rallying up his army. Diesl seeing it all. And he knows exactly what is about to happen. I do believe Diesl knows what is going on in this game, and that he is essentially lost, unfortunately for him. It definitely looks like the way it is going to go. The chips are going to fall, but there is a Psystorm ready on this High Templar. Is he going to use the Psystorm? He is. Oh, and Justin moving his army away, but it's not quite enough. Unfortunately, no more Psystorm left for Diesl, and Justin can just literally run up the ramp right now and do whatever he likes, especially if he gets in there as soon as that, well, before that Archon finishes, which he is going to do. And Diesl, good game and well played. Out of the game. Whew, there we are. So thanks a lot for uploading this game, who I can only presume Justin did. Have a nice day. Enjoy playing Starcraft. It was very interesting, and I'll talk to you guys next time. And of course, look at that. The Templar Archives was going down from the drop as well right there. Cool. I'll see you guys later. Cheers. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.